Good day, student researchers. Today, I'm going to discuss with you the basics of APA. APA stands for American Psychological Association. This is very important because we have already started the writing of our rationale of the study and also the theoretical background. As we progress from here, let us know the basics of APA. APA is basically the most frequent used citation guide in the social sciences for citing different sources and providing the general format for citations within the text and the reference lists. So there are different types of citations. First, we need to discuss writing in-text citations. Before we're going to read the examples given below, let us first understand what is writing in-text citations. Writing in-text citations means citations in the text include the family name or names of the author or authors and date, either both inside parentheses or with the author names running in the text and the date in parentheses. So, examples are given. The first example is, after the implementation of the reading intervention program, school children increased in the number of books read per week. Louise, 2012. The second example is, Louise, 2012, reported that after the implementation of the reading intervention program, school children increased in the number of books read per week. Notice that in the first and second examples, only one author is being mentioned. The first example, the author is within the parentheses, and the second example, the author is within the running texts. Now, what if there are more than two authors? What are you going to do? Let us read the third and fourth examples. The third example, more women were employed in the year 2014. Cobillas and Olmedo, 2015. The fourth example, Cobillas and Olmedo, 2015, reported that more women were employed in the year 2014. Now let us try to understand this further. As shown in the examples, the and in Cobillas and Olmedo is written as an ampersand and inside the parenthesis, and as the word and outside of parenthesis. Now this is an ampersand. Again, let us review the examples 3 and 4. More women were employed in the year 2014. Cobillas and Olmedo, 2015. Now, the ampersand is being used here. It is because the authors or the sources are being placed inside the parenthesis. While in example number 4, Cobillas and Olmedo, 2015, reported that more women were employed in the year 2014. Okay, the word and or and is being used here because it is part of the running texts. So let us proceed further. We will discuss multiple in-text citation. But before discussing further, let me first tell you the meaning of multiple in-text citation. When multiple studies or sources are used to support what you say, you can include multiple citations inside the same set of parentheses. Now, there are very important things to note here. First, within the parentheses, you need to alphabetize the sources as they would appear in the reference list and separate them by semicolons. So the key words here are alphabetized, and the same as they would appear in the reference list. I will give you an example of this. For example, studies on reading among children have produced conflicting results. Chomsky, 2012, Constantino and Gonzalez, 2014, and Fontaine and La, ... As you can see in the example given, Chomsky, Constantino, Gonzalez, and Fontaine are arranged alphabetically. Why? Because they are placed inside the parentheses. Now, another thing to note here is that in the running text, you can include studies in whatever order you wish. Again, in whatever order you wish. For example, Fontaine and Le Pen, 2010, reported an increase in the number of books read, while Chomsky, 2012, reported a decrease. Constantino and Gonzalez, 2014, found no significant result. Again, note Fontaine and Le Pen, Chomsky, Constantino, and Gonzalez are not arranged alphabetically. They are arranged in any order you want. It is because they are part of the running texts. What if you are going to write or cite a lot of authors? We need to remember that for every in-text citation, you must have a corresponding entry in your reference list. Wherever it is written or mentioned in the manuscript, whether at the beginning, in the center, or at the end, you have to have a reference list equivalent to the number of authors you cited in the reference list. So that is very clear. Remember that every in-text citation must have a corresponding entry in your reference lists. So for quotations, there is another rule for this. For materials that are quoted directly or verbatim from another source, you must always provide the author, year, and specific pages in the text citation and include a complete entry in the reference list. If the quotation is fewer than 40 words, again, if it is fewer than 40 words, you can incorporate that quotation in the text and enclose it with double quotation marks. For example, Feldman, 2015, argues that many people with drug and alcohol problems deny they have them, and even close friends and family members may fail to realize when occasional ... And then remember that this quotation is enclosed in a quotation mark. Why? Because it is less than or it is fewer than 40 words. What if the quotation is more than 40 words? This is the rule. If you use a direct quotation, the citation should include not only the author's name and date of publication, but also the page number. If the quotation includes more than 40 words, it should be treated as a block quotation, meaning that it is displayed in a freestanding block of text without quotation marks. Again, without quotation marks. I will give you an example. Feldman, 2015, writes, "In a society bombarded with commercials for drugs that are guaranteed to do everything from curing the common cold to giving new life to tired blood, it is no wonder that drug-related problems are a major social issue. Yet, many people with drug and alcohol problems deny they have them, and even close friends and family members may fail to realize when occasional social use of drugs or alcohol has turned into abuse." Again, the page number is indicated and it is enclosed in the parenthesis, page 159. If the material is paraphrased or restated in your own words, you should always provide the author and date in the in-text citation. It is not necessary to include the page numbers in the citation. Again, whether the material is paraphrased or restated without changing its meaning, there is still a need for you to provide the author and date in the in-text citation. For example, in many cases, people with problems of drugs and alcohol often deny having them. Feldman, 2015. As you can read this line, it is the same meaning as the previous, but stated in a different way. That is what you call restating or paraphrasing. So I think that is all for today. I hope that you're learning. Next time around, I will be sharing more about citations. Thank you and have a great day.